All right, so here it is, version 2.5 of the TR4R fridge slide. I honestly don't have a name for it, but that's what I'm just going with. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Edward, and on Instagram I go by Trail Ready Forerunner. Welcome. So I know I've been a little MIA for a little while. I've been doing a lot of renovations around the house and just fixing up the backyard, garage. It's been a huge undertaking, and most of the time I'm doing it by myself, so I'm very limited in time. But I wanted to create this quick video to hopefully inspire you guys to either come up with your own design if you guys are handy enough, or if you're looking into somebody making you a fridge slide out. I might be able to help you out. DM me, let me know your situation, where you're located, and I'll see if I can work something out with you guys. They are a little pricey. A lot of time goes into it. We're using all aluminum material, stainless steel fasteners, and it's a evolving project. This is my third or fourth time doing a slide, and this is my version 2.5, I'm calling it. Just because every time I do one, I learn something new, and after having mine for a while now, I've kind of come up with ideas to improve it just that much more. But yeah, enough talking. Let's go check out what I made. All right, guys, so here it is in all its glory. I apologize for the background. We're doing a lot of renovation to like the garage and backyard area, but yeah, they're hideous. They're gonna get replaced soon, but I just finished this for a follower of mine, and I wanted to show it to you guys before he comes and picks it up. So let's take a closer look. All right, so this is it in the closed position. He didn't want the surround that goes over the fridge. He just wanted to keep it really simple with just the cutting board and the fridge mount. I did throw in this aluminum extrusion bottom base, where he can either strap stuff down to it, or in the future, if he does want to create the frame around it, he has the base down, so he can just purchase the aluminum extrusion, cut it to dimensions, and just bolt to this, just to kind of save him some money in the long run if he decides to. And then I also have to go in and clean it up a little bit, just make it nice and presentable for him when he comes to pick it up. He did travel quite a bit, but he's in LA, so it worked out perfect for him to come pick it up, and I don't have to ship this heavy thing. It is pretty heavy. I haven't weighed it, but I'll notate it if I do end up throwing a scale on it and seeing how much it weighs. But the couple of changes that I did do to it, I notched in these strap holders, where if you remember on version 2.0, I drilled holes here and put there's like this black bracket here. And to save on cost, I thought I'd get rid of that. But then the amount of time it takes to, router out these holes it's almost an even swap, but I think it looks cleaner. It's a lower profile. You don't have these big old things sticking up when you put the fridge on. I just think it looks a lot cleaner and way more professional. Um, Other things is like everything is really, really level. I made sure I measured twice, cut once. I also backed up these um, release for the slides. So when you lift this and pull, you're able to pull out either the drawer or the fridge. And what I did with mine is I purchased 2 locking slides and 2 regular slides. So you're able to lock in both the fridge and the cutting board. A lot of people, what they do is they'll put the locks on the fridge and not the cutting board, and they'll put a little clip here or something to lock the cutting board from coming out, but it just looks really cheap. I think this looks a lot cleaner. And instead of putting 2 locking hinges, what I found out after using mine for a while is using 2 hands to open your fridge is not ideal. Sometimes you have something in your hands and you just want to get to the fridge or open the cutting board. This is all one-handed operation. So you lift, you pull, and you're done. If you want the cutting board, same thing, one-handed, lift the lever, pull out. Well, hopefully it doesn't fall over because there's a lot of weight. But look at this extension. It's huge. This is 34-inch slides for the 75 quart fridge. So this comes out a lot. The slides we're using here are 200 250 pound slides. So he won't have any issues with packing the fridge in. Another new feature that I added, since I did tuck these in to give them optimal room, I added these cutouts here. So when you do put your hand here, you're not hitting, this would have been a corner. So I made this, really smooth angle. So it's comfortable in the hands and you're able to pull out easy and not get in the way. These do slide in and out. So in the in position when you're off-roading, this thing won't be sliding back and forth. And then also when you're on trail, I've learned that almost all the time I've gone out, I've never been in a situation where the floor is level. A lot of times you stop just to kind of grab a bite to eat. And you want the cutting board out just to kind of food prep or, go through your camera bag, whatever. Sometimes you're uneven and this thing wants to go sliding back in. Other companies, what they like to do is they'll put a pin here, locking this thing out. And I just think that's so chimsy because you got to keep that pin there. These lock in the in and out position, so this won't go back in. Same thing with the fridge. Even though this side isn't locking, there's no way for it to pivot and go in. So it's really, really sturdy. And then to lock it back up, you just lift the lever, push in, and you close all the way. The front lip lower than the sides so that if you are cutting or if you're just throwing something on the floor, you can just swipe it down and it's not getting stuck on this lip here. So it'll just go right by it. This is a reversible cutting board, and the tray I built is meant to be used in any configuration that you want. So it's an aluminum frame that's welded together. No rivets are used in my build. And if you want a flat side of the cutting board, flip it around. Or a lot of times what I do is I'll keep and it's kind of pressure fitted just because of course, It's too tight. And of course it doesn't want to go in on camera, but it should. I gotta fix that. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. But I made it so that it is reversible instead of it being mounted directly to the slide, so that you're able to remove this, take it into your dishwasher if you want, clean it in there, or take it inside, clean it before a trip. And also, when we're off-roading, a lot of times it gets dirty. Just because if you have the back window open, it depends. And so what I do is I'll keep it like this on the drive to where we're going. And then as soon as we get to camp and we need a clean surface, after me putting my camera stuff and all this on here, I lift it up, flip it around, and now you have a, hopefully cleaner side that you're able to work with. Or if you're cooking meat and veggies or chicken, and you want to keep them one side for meat, one side for vegetables, you can completely do that. Oh, the way you mount this fridge slide, I try to come up with the cleanest method so that you don't see any brackets that come out here, and you have screws in here. I'm guilty on mine. I did it out here, which I always hate when I have to look at it. What I did here is this bracket here holds these two, and it's your mounting plate to mount to your vehicle. So we're gonna close that, open this, and as you can see there, these are the mounting plates. So I include 4, which should be completely fine. You shouldn't need any more. If you want to throw one in the rear, you can. I've ran mine with only 4 on there, and I haven't had any issues. Just make sure you get, when you're bolting to the base plate, the wooden base plate that you put in, just use bolts and put a nut and washer, and you should be good. Or what I like to do is put a nut with, it has teeth on it. I forget what they're called. But you put it underneath the board and you're able to bolt down, and that nut has teeth, so it grabs and then pushes up. So it's a pretty solid fastener. That leads me to the other topic that I wanted to talk about, is the amount of times I use this thing. It's seriously the most used piece of gear in my truck. I'm not just saying because the fridge is able to slide out. That is convenient, but the cutting board feature on this thing, I seriously use it all the time. Not only do I use it to put food down and then put in the fridge, but I put my gear on here. I've worked off of it. I put a laptop on here. I use it to cook. I put my grill up here, and this thing can take a decent amount of heat. I mean, it's not fireproof, so I wouldn't like put a hot pan on it, but a small Coleman grill, I've used it plenty of times. And just from like a place to put stuff down, it's just so convenient. Especially if you go to remote campsites, yellow post campsites, you don't get a picnic table. So there's really no other flat surface out there unless you bring like a small table, which I do as well. But the convenience of being able to pull out a flat surface is priceless, I think, just because it's come in clutch so many times. But enough of this. I'm not trying to sell you guys or anything. I just wanted to put it out there because I always tell people that ask me like, oh, is it worth it? Or what's your favorite thing that you take on trips? It's definitely the fridge slide because of the cutting board pull out. But enough of that, let's get back. So I hope you guys liked this look at the version 2.5, I guess. I don't know. Of the fridge slide. If you guys are interested in purchasing one, shoot me a message or DM me on Instagram, and we'll talk details and see if we can work it out. I don't know how much this thing weighs, so I've never shipped one. I don't know how that all is gonna work, but if you're honestly really interested and you have the time, because it does take me a little while to purchase all the components and then, you know, start bending aluminum and putting it together. So my arm is killing me. This camera's heavy. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. Sorry I haven't been consistent, but thank you guys again. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.